Well, the mics and the cameras are back on, and this is Radio Entrepreneurs. Welcome back. My name is Jeffrey Davis. And again, a very big thank you to our friends at MTP Software, the leader in sports CRM, who built us this wonderful studio. Our next guest, Antonio Khoury and Brett DeRocker, co-founders DeRocker and Khoury. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Well, tell us about DeRocker and Khoury, what you do, and
Yeah, so we founded the group, which we're kind of expanding as we speak to service our clients. We do residential real estate brokerage, and going back, we have 15 years worth of combined experience in the industry. So we really kind of specialize in tailoring our approach based upon where our clients need to go and want us to go.
Correct. And we joined Compass. We formed this group around a year and a half ago now. We work under a company called Compass, which has been, it's been having a hyper growth within the city, nationwide as well. And it's been great. I think, us partnering up with a company as Compass has given our clients a lot of advantages, a lot of resources, a lot of exposure. And we're glad that we're here.
Yeah, and affiliated, yeah.
do you feel like you have a competitive advantage over other firms when you're out there selling? It's a competitive marketplace.
Most definitely, yes. Within Compass and our team, I think we offer something very different that this city hasn't really yet gotten to. I think when it comes down to marketing, we have a competitive edge. Very modern resources have been given to us through Compass. We also have our own team that focuses on very newer forms of marketing. And we do understand in our team that nowadays online presence is very important.
And digital strategy.
Yep. And we try to make sure that, and as Brett and I always say, your first showing is online as a client. So we try to make sure that, the presence online on the internet is very accurate and very innovative.
So how did you guys meet and then come together with the idea of going into business together? Were you entrepreneurs prior, or was this your first shot at it?
So we actually met going back to college, and then we were both, propelling our own kind of individual careers in the real estate business. Then we started working together at another firm where we both worked previous to where we are now. And then we ultimately said, rather than kind of butt heads with the same type of clientele, it would be beneficial to both of us and also both of our clients to kind of come together and combine both of our resources.
So prior to forming the group, Brett and I were in a boutique firm for
Yep.
around 5 years together, I would say. Nonetheless, smaller firm, 5 people. The truth is we were competing. We were. It was never a team. Once we had the opportunity to join forces with a company as Compass, we decided that it only makes sense for us, for our careers, and for our clients, most importantly, to partner up with an affiliate with a company as Compass and make sure that Brett and I do join forces, as we do have the same target market and
Areas
clientele
of
and areas.
expertise
Correct.
and yeah.
So what was it about each other that drew you to each other?
I think that we have different skill sets. I think that I think anytime you kind of partner up with someone, you realize what the other individual excels at versus what you excel at. I think that Antonio is extremely well versed within the international community. Boston is a very international city. And he speaks a variety of different languages, which also helps us in that front. I kind of personally enjoy more of the marketing side, the data-driven side of the business. So I think that we just kind of both benefit and thrive off of the positives that each of us bring to the table.
Correct, and to take it a little bit on a personal side, again, the fact that we've known each other for a long time, we've
Yeah.
also worked together previously in a boutique firm, and made us understand that, there is trust, there are skills that we can add to each other. So it wasn't, a team that was formed out of the blue. It was actually very strategic, and it was something that we've already had experienced in the past, but not as a formal partnerships. So we decided that it only made sense for us and again our clients to formalize that relationship.
Well, for anyone listening, where's your market and what type of properties are you working on?
Well, we kind of right now we're in an interesting phase as we're entering the fall market, and we have kind of a group of properties right now that we're working on that are scattered across the city. So whether that's
So you're working in Boston?
Yeah, mostly in downtown
Right.
Boston. So, we have properties in Back Bay, South End, Midtown area surrounding the Boston Common. We have a new listing that's coming on in Charlestown. And then another new property we're working on in the North Shore. So really kind of what we've always believed in is understanding where our clients are and then becoming an expert as to where that property is. So we'll go wherever, we have, exactly.
And our headquarters is on Newbury Street in the
Yep.
Back Bay, so we are based in downtown Boston. The truth is many of our listings are in downtown Boston, but we're starting to understand that the market is changing, and the client's perspective of real estate is changing, whether the empty nester is deciding we don't need a 10,000 square foot home anymore, we need to downgrade size-wise to a 2,000 square foot home in the city. So it's really where the client takes us, and like Brett said, we're in Charlestown now, we're in Andover, we're in the South End, Midtown Boston, Back Bay. I don't know if I'm missing
Which keeps it fun also, because
Right.
you're kind of, diversifying and learning about different areas, different neighborhoods, different types of properties.
Correct.
So we love that aspect of the business as well,
Correct.
Do you see the real estate market changing dramatically, let's say 2020?
We do, and I think that we're experiencing that right now. The market does go in different cycles, and with the fall, typically we do see a little bit of a flurry of activity, but we are noticing that there has been a shift in the market, whether that's driven by an overall economy, bigger picture, or buyer confidence, or just the more recent surplus in inventory in the city.
Right. There's a lot of factors that come into the real estate market. Again, like Brett said, whether it's economy, whether it's the timing. But Boston specifically, has been offering a lot of new inventory, and they're trying to change the way real estate is being done in the past 5 years. So now the buyer has a lot more options, and that could be a good thing and a bad thing depending on what your position is in that specific time in the market.
But we actually think that it's a good time to buy,
Almost
because we're
definitely.
working with buyers right now where we're picking up properties that 1 year ago maybe we would not have been able to obtain at the price points that we're getting now.
Correct.
So we're actually telling buyers, consider this to be a time to make a purchase or
Right.
to make a move.
Right, and the buyer now has more leverage, to negotiate a more attractive price for them. And like Brett and myself were talking actually yesterday, 2 years ago, a 5-year-old building is relatively new. Nowadays, a 5-year-old building is being looked at as an
A
older
little bit
product.
dated, yeah.
With 2019, 2020 upcoming buildings coming up, the buyer knows that now they have new options, and they're starting to wait and see. You know what? Let's give it a breather. Wait another 6 months and see what's going to be available.
Great. We've been speaking with Antonio Khoury and Brett DeRocker, co-founders DeRocker and Khoury. Gentlemen, if somebody wants to find you and the firm, how would they do that?
We're all over, really we hold a strong presence on social media, Instagram, our website, www.DeRockerKhoury.com. But we are available.
We're very easy.
Yeah.
We're very easy to access. We would be more than happy to pick up a phone, email, whichever is easier for the client, and you can always find us online.
I want to thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Continued success. Remind
you very much.
everybody,
Thank you.
this is Radio Entrepreneurs. We'll be back with more stories.
Thank you.